what kind of conflict we have, not only with other people, but inside us, what the mind produces, everything, likes, dislikes, and desires, and angers, and everything. And this, you can benefit much if you have anyhow difficulties to deal with other people. And yeah, and of course, if you have some problem with them, to have follow the schedule, to discipline yourself, then of course you get great benefit from others. Because together practicing means just if each one of us do our job correctly, it is without saying, how may I help you? It helps the others. Oh, here's Martin ready in the Dharma room, so then I have to come. Yeah, he's Muchak, so I have to come. So it is not questioning, oh, do I want or not? Maybe shall I come later or not? No question at all. Just hearing the Muchak, just run to the Dharma room, sit. So in this way, it helps very much. Other ways, in solo retreat, it is, of course, you have different kind of experience too. If you sit by yourself, you could somehow just deal with the whole world inside of your mind, what you have already inside of your mind. So it is kind of easy, and it's again very difficult too. If you have no clear direction, then if you don't have no clear teaching, and if you don't have just this how it means to practice, if you don't have this experience before, then it's difficult to do it by yourself. So this is the both way is very very good. In some period of time, we take this as our tool, and some other time it's good to have a solo retreat, to have this experience, to be harmony, to be by yourself. Just do it by yourself. Yes. Any other question?
I would like to ask him, during the solo retreat, how can I say, how did your spiritual situation change at the beginning, in the end, or your situation? Spiritual. Your thinking or your how can I say, situation inside, or
don't bring time. I must go here and don't bring time. I can meet home, make some stuff, and come here. I don't know some situation. This is just about this is just some idea about myself, how I've been before, how I am now. I don't know.
So I'm asking you. The first day when you arrived, the mind of this your first day when you arrived, and the mind now sitting here, same or different?
I recognize every time, every moment, surprising.
So, I don't believe you. You're surprising. It does not convince me that you are surprised at any moment. In this very moment too. So, only speech, not enough. So if you have this surprising mind each moment, so what color is this? What color is this floor? It's not surprising. Big surprise. So don't make before mind, after mind. What are you doing now? What is now? That is what we call Zen, practicing. Okay. Some more question? Okay.
People often they talk about karma, like Irka mentioned it also. I'm fairly new to practice, so the concept of karma is it's strange to me. Can you speak a bit about karma? And I've heard people say following the karma. What does it mean?
So, you sit here, this very moment. What is your karma? What is your karma?
I don't know what it means.
Me either. I don't teach karma. I just teach now. What are you doing? If you think, if you follow your ideas, then cause and effect and cause and effect. This moment becomes the cause of the next moment. The next moment becomes the cause of the next moment. Ongoing. If you are clear this moment, just cut through this cause and effect. Now, what are you doing? Where is karma? Don't make karma means just put down thinking. What are you doing now? What is now? Just simple. So, following, it's my karma, I have to do this and that, and no, it's my karma from my parents and from my ancestors and whatever. We have many excuses. But as a Zen student, we don't have any, no more. Because this moment just finishes everything, finishes karma. So, not necessary to talk about this. Any more questions?
I find that now there is a little confusion, some confusion for students, because before there was one master, for example, or not so many masters as now we have. So we have a lot of masters. For example, in Kyol, the masters are turning them, no? And every master has his own style. So one master goes very fast, another master goes slowly, another, I don't know, in that case, what has the student to follow? Because at times, sometimes are different, no? And I see, for example, that the 5 minutes between mock-up and to start are going to become more and more shorter. So, I don't know, I remember the San Sanim, when he came to Spain, he was very funny, because he always said, in one place they do that. For example, in Germany, you see all the shoes well put. In Spain, when Montag play, people go to take coffee. There is a cultural karma, in every country, and so do we have to follow always the master? What the master do, we do the same. It's like this. All have we to follow our habits of our country? I don't know. I am a little confused about this.
So, doing a walking meditation time, just walk. And if you hear the Muchak, then just come to the Dharma room.
Yes, but I can't walk here because too fast for me. People is there, here. So I said, no walk. I made my walk. O sea, really, sometimes it's like a little problem, not a big problem, but there are some differences, not something that you, what?
Yes, it's like this weather. Yesterday was so sunny, and now it's very cloudy. If it rains, you cannot say yesterday was sunny. So I don't like this rainy weather or cloudy weather. Just follow the situation.
If you can, because sometimes you can't.
Yeah. If it is the form, just follow the situation. What is now? If it is too fast or too slow, just ask whether it is possible. Whether we could have some adjustment because it's too fast or too slow. You could ask.
Somewhat attachment. Did you say attachment?
No, adjustment. Adjustment, like change. Like change according to what you need.
I see that the person, for example, who lived the walk, normally is a very tall person with the legs like this, and looking behind, no one more. Sometimes I said, I will be lost because
So just go to this person with a long leg and show you a short leg. Please, it's very convincing. No problem. So, any more problem?
no. The only problem is no more problem.
Wonderful. Any more questions? Yes.
I have a question about fear.
Fear?
Yeah. When somebody comes to me and this person is anger, and in me is anger appear, I think it's right way to know, or better is no action, with my anger, but sometimes it appears just fear in me, and I don't know what if I don't know. I don't know how to with fear practice in this moment, or what to say in me, or just fear, and it's not like better know reaction because it's when it's anger in me.
You are talking about anger and you are talking about fear.
About fear.
You're talking about fear. If somebody comes to you and says something bad things to you, either you react with anger or with fear. You see?
Yeah, you can say this way. But, yeah.
So the problem or your question is how to deal with their fear?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I think it's not some dealing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's up here the answer just on this tema.
Yeah. Fear. Where does this come from? Do you know? Where does this fear come from? Do you know? Don't know. Do you have fear now? No. Fear is very natural reaction if we have this strong protection mind. If there is something which we want to protect, which we think it could be hurt if I don't do anything, or somebody just give me a hard time, or this something which we want to protect. If it is strong there, then strong fear and strong anger, this reaction. So where does this fear come from? From strong I, my, me. Here I am, there you are. You cross over to my border. No, this is my boundary. Don't come over to me. Respect me. Like me. Don't harm me. Much fear, much anger. But what is this I? What is this I which we want to protect? Who are you? Don't know. You don't know who you are. Nothing to protect. You don't know. There is nothing. We don't know what to protect. But we try to protect something which we don't know. Life is strange. It's funny. We don't know what is this I which we want to protect. But still, in us, strong feeling of this. So, find out what is this I in this moment, in this very moment. What are you? Hit the floor. Only that?
Don't know. I'm sitting with you here, listening.
Correct. This moment, you sit here, I'm talking, you listening. Floor is yellow. Wall is white. The next moment, we go for a walk in the wood. Trees, dried leaves, dogs barking. Next moment, something else. This very moment, each moment, it changing. What you see, what you hear, what you touch, what you feel, what you think, everything changing from moment to moment. There is not this one center which holds everything, holds this experience of each moment. Where is this? No, there's nothing to find. So each moment just this. So the great work, the biggest work in our life is to find what am I? This moment, what am I? Okay. Then fear appears. This moment, just fear. Just fear. Face this fear. See it. When we say, don't run away, which means be courageous to face it, what it makes to us, how it looks like. And this very moment of fear is you. Fear appears, just fear. Anger appears, just anger. But ask. Ask. Keep this question. Is there something which is not touched by fear? Is not touched by anger? What is this? What is this? If you're sick, what is sick? Is there anything which is never gets sick? What is this which is not sick? If you walk, if you move, what is this which never moves? If you do bowing, what is this which never goes down and comes up? Not moving. What is this in each moment? If you eat, what is this which has no hunger and no fullness? What is this? Yeah. Big question each moment. Any more questions? You have to find out. Yes.
What does it mean to trust yourself? There is no I. What is there to trust?
Trust means that you just give up. You can give up everything, each moment. That you can do this. You give up completely. That means trust. There is nothing where you can stand on. There is nothing which you can hold on. If you realize this and just give up completely, then you will find trust. Okay.
Chciałam, nim zadam pytanie, bo to poproszę przetłumaczenie, dobrze? Nim zadam pytanie, to chciałam opowiedzieć taką króciutką historię rozmowy z księdzem. Z moim księdzem, przyjacielem, słyszeliśmy rozmowę toczoną przez ludzi na temat wolnej woli. Czy człowiek ją ma, czy nie.
Me and my friend priest, we overheard a conversation of some other people about free will.
Czy ją mamy, czy nie.
Do we have it or we don't have it?
I zapytałam go, co o tym sądzi.
And I asked him what did he think about this.
Z wielką pewnością, bardzo jasno, dał mi piękną odpowiedź.
With like great certainty, and he gave me this very clear answer.
Powiedział mi, oczywiście, że masz wolną wolę, tylko Bóg ją zna zawsze, bo dla Boga jest tylko teraz.
Of course, you have your free will, but it's the God that always knows it, because for Him it's always now.
Wiedział, co zrobisz od zawsze.
So God knew what you would do from the beginning of time.
To dla mnie było bardzo inspirujące i moje pytanie jest takie.
So it was very inspiring for me to hear this, and so my question is,
Intuicyjnie czuję, że nie można oddzielać tego momentu od teraz, że istnieje tylko teraz, nie ma przeszłości, jest tylko teraz. I ten moment to trochę mylące pojęcie.
intuitively I feel that that there's no separation between this moment and now, and I feel that only now exists, and this moment is a little bit misleading, the idea.
I chciałam Cię zapytać,
So I would like to ask,
czy jest coś poza tym momentem?
is there anything apart from this moment?
So, what are you doing now? So, something missing?
No, of course not.
So, it seems only this. If you say, is there a part, is there something apart from this moment, then it's already thinking.
Zastanawiam się, czy jest coś poza tym momentem, to już jest myślenie.
So, where you are, in this very moment, the whole universe is with you.
Cały wszechświat.
So this infinite time and infinite space, what is missing there?
It's freedom.
Freedom. You say freedom.
Because kiedy Moje pytanie jest związane z tym, że czuję się niepewnie, kiedy ludzie toczą przy mnie wspomnienia albo mówią o przyszłości.
My question is related to my feeling that I don't feel comfortable when people talk about past or future in my presence.
Jakby nie byli ze mną.
As if they were not with me.
Dlatego zapytałam.
So that's why I asked.
So, what do you mean freedom? Is that?
Słucham Ciebie, słucham Ciebie.
I'm listening to you.
Thank you for that. Some question?
Yeah, I have a question. You say the only thing you have is this moment. And this moment, and this moment to moment. But my great question is, if you don't like this moment and the next moment and the next moment, how can you start to change it? O sea, a practical answer. How can you start to change all this dynamic that one moment, the next moment is related with the moment before, and and how is possible to change all the line? How can I start to do it?
Hit the floor. Not enough. Hit strong. Not enough. Not with hand. Not just a gesture. Hit the floor. But with your whole mind and body, you attain this moment, this sounds. In this moment, only this. If you attain this, there is no like and dislike. Who likes something? Who dislikes something? What is this? Which there is no I who likes something. So, hit the floor means become one. Completely become one. That there is no Rosanna. And there is no this moment. And Rosanna does not like this moment. Then you don't attain this hit. If you hit, Rosanna disappear. Only bam. See this floor. Which color?
Yellow.
Yellow. Yellow, yes. There is no Rosanna who says yellow. There is no Rosanna who sees yellow. It's just yellow. Only yellow. Become one.
Okay.
So try this, do this, this. Or it's changed already. There is big gap in this attitude. If you become one, just one, you attain this moment. If you don't become one, you judge each moment. Do I like this? Do I like this or do I dislike this? Checking.
But how is possible to really attain it? How? What do I have to do?
Hit the floor. Hit the floor means take away this I. Always this I is in the middle of our action. Always in the middle. Everything, whatever happens, whatever you see, you put in relation to you. I. It's good for me, it's not good for me. It's useful, not useful. It's harming. Always this I is checking the situation, this moment. Always this ringing of I.
Because I can see why I am in this moment, no? Because I can see all the what brought me to this moment. But I don't know in this moment how to change. Because if I don't change, it follows and follow and follow and follow, always the same.
Thinking. If you want to change something, already thinking. Who wants to change something? Who wants what? So, if this thinking just put away, then it's, as you said, just like flowing water. Just everything flows like this. The moment you come home, you see your husband, nice to see you. You see somebody wonderful. You hear beep, beep, beep outside. Just beep, 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 beep. Come on. There is nothing to change. There is nothing to change. How wonderful it is. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to change anything.
Wonderful. Because we want all the time, always we want to change something.
Yeah, we want to change. But this change, which we maybe succeed to change, we will again change. And again want to change. You know, this sixth patriarch, when he got teaching from his teacher, fifth patriarch, about the Diamond Sutra, and then he said, he exclaimed, "How wonderful it is! Who would have thought that our true nature is never moving, never coming and going. It is itself pure, clear. How wonderful it is. But this true nature, our true nature, if you attain this true nature, it is not that there is somebody who attained this true nature. If you attain this true nature, then which means the whole universe has this. Everything in itself has this true nature. Everything is just as it is wonderful, complete. What is to change? wants to change.
For example, if you take a tropical plant and you put it here in this garden in January, the plant dies. It don't like. It's not its place. No, we have to accept this to die. If it happened to us, we have to say, okay.
So, it's true, you will die. It's true, this body will die. This body will, at some time, just rotten meat, just worms will come, just get rotten. It will disappear. We don't look for living eternally. We're not looking for living long, or we don't look for living to have a good life. We don't look for to die good or well. That is not our practice. What is that which has no birth and death, which has no coming and going? What is this? Even this body goes. What is it? That's still bright, independent from life and death. What is this clear one thing? Everybody know this poem. What is this? If you attain this, life and death, no problem. If time comes, we have to go, we go. The death is not the problem. The life is not the problem. What is this? Which has no life and death.
But the death because of a wrong situation, yes, is a problem.
What do you mean with the wrong situation?
Because, for example, the example of the plant, is a wrong situation because it's not it's not natural.
Situations are always situations. The moment is always how it is. You say it's wrong, it's right, it's good or bad. It's useful, not useful. So put down this. This is our thinking habit. Everything has this clear nature. Our true nature is said. Our true nature is always clear. Whether it is awake or whether we sleep or we awake or we eat or we go to toilet. Clear nature always remains clear. So why do we choose this one and reject this another? Always how it is. It is the expression of that. So, no question? So it seems there's no question. That's good.
It is said that, it's a speech, but it's like the two words, the absolute word and the relative word. So it's not the same. So if you can attain the absolute word, but later in the relative word is different. Or say they are not the same.
Rosanna,
Yeah.
where are you now?
What?
Where are you now? What are you doing now then?
Yeah, I am explaining you something.
Is this relative world or absolute world now?
I tell this because sometimes I have had this sensation, no? This feeling that there are two worlds. Or say, you are in one or you are in the other. I have this feeling. I think I have experienced both. And later I read it. It's like this, no?
Mm-hmm.
So the one is not now speaking with you. This is the other. Yes, I want someone to explain me this. No, I can't join the two things. I am not able to make all of these two words one word.
So if you make one word and two words appears, if you keep hold of two words, then one word appears. Drop one and drop two, then just what are you doing?
Okay. I don't catch. I lived for a time like divided. I was very happy, but not happy for something. No, happy because happy. And in one place, I don't know what place. And later, in the normal world, like very unhappy. So I don't understand. I can't join this in one. It's like I am.
It seems you want to become happy.
No, I don't want to become. I think it exists. I was happy.
Now it sounds you are not happy.
No, there is a world where I am not happy. So normal is. I have to live in this world and not happy. But happy is I don't know how to explain. But maybe one person is two parts. Maybe it exists or not.
Which
or craziness.
Yeah, which Rosanna do I speak with now? So many of us have problem or let's say people who have more problems, they are these people who are dealing always with themselves. Is this good? Is makes me happy or not happy? People, many people who are very happy, they are concerning about the others. How are you? It's okay for you? So this, just focusing on this I, it makes us, let us become a slave of this idea of I. Service for this I, my, me. One time happy, next time unhappy, next time angry. Everything changing. So our practice means attain this don't know and serve the others, help the others.
Yes, I think this is quite normal. So for me it's quite normal this to help others, no? I think I always did, if I can, or if it's possible for me. It's not this a problem. It's not for me anymore.
So we have this beautiful Mansambosa picture hanging in the Dharma room. We have many bodhisattvas in here. You see Buddha on the altar. If all these bodhisattvas and Buddhas and great eminent teachers on Dharma Sung San's life, all these stories, if they don't become ours, then there will be a problem. These bodhisattvas, they are on the wall. That is not there to worship, to have to keep our ideas of bodhisattva mind. As soon as you see this bodhisattva, you become just one. And you just are this bodhisattva. And this Dharma Sung San's life, his strong dedication to practice and to help the others, if it just stays as a story, then it has no meaning for us. It becomes ours. When we practice, then it becomes ours. This strong practice to find out who am I and want to help the others. Then all these bodhisattvas and Buddhas and eminent teachers, they become always alive. They are with us. Just where we are, they are with us. So in this way, this teaching stays alive. Always teaches you, guides you. So I hope we keep practicing and don't let go of this big question